Hello, people. Hello. Where are you watching me from? Please, tune in, share, start sharing this video, start calling your friends as well. I need to talk about this topic. We need to discuss this topic. I'm even going to sing the national anthem. Stand and sing of Zambia, proud and free, land of work and joy in unity, victors in the struggle for their rights. We won freedom's fight. Oh, one strong and free, one land and one nation is our dun 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 dun. Yeah, okay. Dear number two, no sound. Someone says there's no sound. Who can hear me? Is there sound? Is there sound? Is there sound? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? So that spirit of one land and one nation is our cry. Dignity and peace neath Zambia's sky. Hey. Yeah. I want to go straight into this video so that I talk as a Zambian, because this Seer one has been talking as a Nigerian. Now, I want to address, there are three people I'm addressing tonight. Seer one, Bally, and the ECL. Why am I going to talk about these people? First of all, I'm going to talk about Seer one because Seer one is not a Zambian, but a foreigner. And I don't know if he's even Nigerian, if he's not from Benin Republic, but he pretends to be Nigerian, because it's possible in Nigeria that you can be from Benin Republic. In Nigeria, they call it Benin Republic, and be associating yourself with Nigeria. Because if Seer one is indeed a Nigerian, why is it that those Nigerian celebrities cannot associate with him? Why is it that Seer one, I'm telling you that Seer one is a non-entity in Nigeria. That's why he knows to say Zambians, a lot of Zambians are gullible people. They like papas. This is the more reason why the only place he can make it as a papa is in this country. He can only make it in this country as a papa. Nigerians don't take nonsense. That's why he can't take that nonsense to Nigeria. That's why he has failed to succeed as a papa in Nigeria and is ever poking his nose in Zambia. Because if Seer one knew that, if Seer one is indeed the prophet, why didn't he prophesy about Tinubu? Why didn't Seer one campaign for Gregory Obi? Peter Gregory Obi. Why didn't he campaign for him? If Seer one was indeed the prophet, why didn't he foresee the falling currency in Nigeria? Why didn't he prophesy that in Nigeria? Why is it that he has to be stuck to Zambia? Even when he has left Zambia, he's in Nigeria. Why is he stuck with Zambia? It's because he knows to say, in Zambia is where we entertain nonsense. In Nigeria, they don't entertain nonsense. That's why he can't talk about Nigeria, because when he talks about Nigeria, they will they will remove gadgets, what do you call it? They will castrate him. They will castrate him because Nigerians don't take nonsense. Nigerians don't entertain nonsense. So that is the more reason why that Seer one is ever talking about Zambia. Why has he failed? He has failed to talk about Nigeria. Charity begins at home. If charity begins at home, why has Seer one failed to deal with issues in his own country? Why has he failed to prophesy about Nigeria? The people, does Seer one know that in Nigeria, there is Boko Haram, there is all these rebel leaders, the insecurities in that country, the security systems in that country are failing. Why is he not talking about the security of his people in Nigeria who are being killed every day? Why can't Seer one focus on those people? Why does he has to run to Zambia? Because Zambia, that's where we have gullible people who go in the name of papas. Now here, Seer one, I'm telling you, there is no room for papas. There is no room for papas. You fix your economy in Nigeria. You focus on the problems of Nigeria. Stop focusing on the problems of Zambia. You will never come back to Zambia. You will never step your foot in this country. You will never step your foot in this country. You focus on Nigeria. You focus on building. Because if you were indeed a prophet, a true prophet, you can be comforting Nigerians. Because Nigerians, the economy is bad. The economy in Nigeria is bad. Why are you not focusing on Nigerian economy? You always talk about Zambian music. Why don't you talk to Davido? If you are indeed an influential person, why is it that we have never seen you with Davido? The most influential people in Nigeria were called at Davido's wedding. Why were you not called at Davido's wedding? If you, Seer one, are indeed powerful, why didn't Peter Obi Glory, or Peter Obi, that opposition, why didn't Abubakar, that guy, those opposition leaders, call you to work with them if you are indeed a prophet of change? Because how is it that your prophecies and your gift of changing governments is only in Zambia and not in your own country? How? Because you must prophesy about change in your country, not change in other countries. You are always focusing on other countries, on Zambia especially. Why don't you talk about Museveni? If you, Seer one, are a true prophet and are a true leader as you think you are, go to Uganda and talk about Museveni, and we shall see if Museveni will even can. Kagame, there were elections in Rwanda. Kagame won elections. Why didn't you prophesy? Why didn't you prophesy? Because you know that those ones, they will follow you where you are and finish you. You are a non-entity where, you are a non-entity and you are ever talking about Zambia because you know to say Zambians, there is a lot of gullible people who believe in that nonsense of your oil. That oil, you have no powers. Which powers do you have? If you are the powers, if you indeed you are the powers, a god of powers or whatever it is, why have you failed to use those powers to change poverty in your country? Why have you failed to change poverty in your country if indeed you are a powerful person? If you are indeed a powerful person, why have you failed? Why did you fail to travel to Rwanda? Why have you failed to advise Museveni? Why have you failed to advise presidents in Africa? Other presidents in Africa, why have you failed to do that? You always talk about Zambia because Zambians are gullible and desperate. You have seen the desperation in Zambians to make riches faster. Those nonsense oils don't even work. That nonsense oil doesn't work. Why is it that you always have to market your oil in Zambia? Why is it that your oil, your blessings, your powers have failed to change lives in Nigeria? Why have they failed to change lives in Nigeria? Those your powers, you so-called powers, your Sangoma powers, you have failed to change lives in Nigeria. You want to come and change lives in Zambia. Idiot. Who do you think? You are nothing in Seer one. You are nothing. You are just a squampapa. You are just a squampapa. You are nothing. There is no way. And you Zambians, because you listen to papas, You believe that papas are those who come from outside the country. No, we have Zambian pastors here. We have pastors in Zambia. We have men of God in Zambia. True men of God that even fear God properly, than that nonsense, than that thing, that sangoma, that guy was nothing. That guy, you Zambians forget that guy, that self-proclaimed papa, was saying that he's the one who was behind the death of Karisto Chitamfia Jr. He talked about saying he was the reason why Karisto Chitamfia Jr. died. Why would you Zambians still believe and still support a person that claims to have killed a Zambian? You Zambians, open up your minds. How can a papa, you've got your pastors, you've got bishops, you've got all these people. Why can't you go to those your pastors? Why can't you go to your men of God? But you're relying on that nonsense called Seer 1. Seer 1, you're nothing. You are nothing. Stop even involving Bally. Stop involving HH in your nonsense. There is no way. There's no way HH can allow you to come. You thought that you can brainwash HH. You can't brainwash HH. You can't brainwash this government that is there. You can't brainwash them. They don't believe in papa powers, believing in working. The reason why is, look, right now, you are failing to succeed in your country. So now, you have no food where you're staying. You are faking a life. Now you want to come to Zambia. Now the way of coming to Zambia, there's no way of coming to Zambia. Now you want to be a prophet of doom over Zambia. You shall not prophesy doom over Zambia. Makaka, musulaowe. There is no way. If there is power, why has that power failed to work in Nigeria? That power only works in Zambia. You want to just use that power, can only work in Zambia. That power, that oil, that whatever it is, it only fails to work it only works in Zambia. It can't work in Nigeria. It can't work in other countries. How? Only you Zambians who are brainwashed will believe that nonsense of power can touch anyone. That nonsense of power cannot touch this country. Cannot touch anyone. Because we are covered by the blood of Jesus. Do you understand? You think us we can be scared of you. No. Everyone is scared of you. Me, I'm not scared of you. Me, I'm not scared of you because my God is bigger than you. Your powers can't work in... They only focus on Zambia. Why have they failed to work in Nigeria? Why have your powers, your superpowers, your so-called godfather, why has your godfather failed to prophesy in Nigeria? Why failed to work in Nigeria? It only works in Zambia. Why? How? You see one year ever focusing on Zambia, ever talking about Zambia. Can you move on? Can you move on? Move on. Every day you can't be talking about Zambia. Zambia this, Zambia this, Zambia this, Calabar this, Calabar. Everyone Calabar was in an accident, Calabar this, Calabar that. Why have you failed to focus on Nigerian footballers, Nigerian musicians? Why have you failed to focus on your own people? Focus on your own people. We will also focus on our own people and our own problems. Focus on your own problems. Focus on your own problems. You can't just be focusing on Zambia this. No, Zambia, I see that nonsense. Nonsense. Not here. You think you can delela everyone. You think you will watch you talk rubbish about Zambia and we shall just watch you. You think everyone will be... Not every Zambian is gullible. Not every Zambian is useless. Do you understand? You are a finished thing. Seer 1, I'm telling you that you are finished. You are finished. You are Seer 1. You are finished. You are nothing. You are just an idiot. You have no power over Zambia. You have no power over Zambia. How can you always be talking about, go and prophesy about Nigeria? Prophesy Nigeria, we see. Prophesy about Nigeria. Prophesy about Tinubu. Prophesy about Peter Obi Glory. Prophesy about Abubakar. Prophesy about those leaders in Nigeria. Don't prophesy about Zambia. Zambia is a Christian nation. We don't believe in sangomas. You have failed to prophesy in Nigeria. You have failed to change lives in Nigeria. You think you can change lives in Zambia. You can't change lives in Zambia way. You can't change lives in Zambia. You think you can come and change lives in Zambia. You think you can come here and come to Zambia and say, oh, Zambia this, Zambia this. Which of your parents are Zambian? You don't even have any roots in Zambia. The only roots you have in Zambia was that you were molesting girls. You were molesting girls. You were sleeping with your church members. You were doing wrong things in the name of being a papa. You have no right. You have no integrity. You have no moral standing to talk about Zambia because your history is about sleeping with different married women, molesting children, molesting different people in the name of oil, in the name of anointing. And today you think that you have powers over Zambia. Which God is going to allow that nonsense to talk about Zambia? Which nonsense? Only a mad person will listen to your nonsense. Only a mad person will believe in this. Siankoko, siankongkongkongkong, siavwankoko, siachopet. Why? You have failed. If you are indeed a prophet, can you go and talk? We want to see you change the lives of Nigerians. We want to see the influence that you have. Talk about Nigeria and let us hear if the Nigerian president will listen to you. Let us talk about Nigeria and we hear if Nigerians will listen to you. Now Nigerian can ever listen to you because you are a non-entity. Non-entity. You are a non-entity. That's why there is no Nigeria that knows you. There is no, you can't even stay in Banana Island in Lagos. You can't be staying in Banana Island, Ikeja, Ikoyi. You can't stay in those places. Victoria Island, you can't stay in those places. If you are powerful, why is it that you didn't talk about Nigerian elections? Why don't you talk about Nigerian politics? Why don't you talk about South African politics that are going on in South Africa? Why didn't you talk about South African politics? Why didn't you talk about Rwandan politics? Why don't you talk about Uganda? Why don't you talk about... Why is it that yours is only focused on Zambia? It's because you've got interest in Zambia. You want to come and mine in Zambia. Now there's no one who's going to give you a mining license in Zambia. Over my dead body. As long as a church is on the throne, you will never step in this country. That's why you want to come back to Zambia, because they are promising you, those thugs that were there before, they are promising you to come and give you mining licenses. They will not give you, they will use you. Again, they will use you. But there is no Zambian you're going to influence as long as I am alive, as long as I'm here. Seer one every day, Seer one, Seer one, Seer one, Seer one, Seer what, Seer what. Uko queen, you're not actually Seer one, you're actually Seer 20. I will finish you to Seer 100. From 1 to Seer 100. You are Seer 0. Actually, me I'm Seer 0. You are Seer 100. Watch it, but you're too small. I've been watching you for a long time. I've been watching you. I've been seeing you. But you think that us, we are gullible people. You one time you were threatening, one time you were telling me, no. Now me, I don't pay nonsense to that nonsense. I don't pay attention to that nonsense. Seer chop it. Seer chop it, Seer 100. You can't be a Seer 1 in this country. You go Queen, you are finished. After you are finished. You are finished. You are finished. That's why you can't survive where you are. If you are indeed the prophet, if you are indeed the power, why have you failed to use those powers in Nigeria? And I'm repeating this point. Why have you failed to use those powers in Nigeria? Why have you failed to use those powers in other countries? Every day, Zambia. Every day, Zambia. What has Zambia done to you? You want to come and finish our women here. You want to come and sleep with more women here. You want to come and finish our women here. You want to come and sleep with more women. You want to come and finish more women here. You can't finish our people here. You can't finish our people. No one, if people are scared of you, me, I'm not scared of you. I want you to know that me, I'm not scared of you. You need to know that me, I'm not scared of you. We are not scared of you. Because if your powers are indeed powerful, you would have changed Nigeria. Because charity begins at home. Charity begins at home. Go and fix Nigeria. Fix your people. Not for coming to fix here. You have no power to speak on behalf of Zambians. You have no power to speak on behalf of Zambians. Only us Zambians will be able to defend ourselves. Zambians changed the government not because of you. Zambians changed the government because there was thuggery, there was cadarism, there was misappropriation of funds. Now I also want to touch Kuli Balungu. Balungu, your desperation to return is not good. I would have supported an idea of you choosing, for the sake of democracy, I would have supported an idea of you endorsing someone else, not you wanting to come back. I disagree, and we differ on those principles. That you want to sing the Alebwele Pomubwele Pesa. You did your part, you played your role. Na imwebene Balungu, choose someone else. Find their young people you can mentor, who can take up the mantle of leadership. We want to see you mentoring people, not your desperation, the hunger for power. Now that is hunger for power. That is the hunger for power. Your hunger for power, your hunger for power that these PF people had before, that hunger for power. PF don't love Zambia. PF are hungry to come back because they have failed to survive in society. They were surviving from corruption. They were surviving from all kinds of evil things. That's why, Mr. President Bally, you should wake up, Bally. Your people who are fighting corruption in these institutions will be dying one by one, because those people, there are still people in the systems who are left by these tags that were there before. So, Bally, wake up and clean up your system. Clean up your house. The late person who just died, we heard that he was trying to fight corruption. IBA. He was trying to fight corruption. What happened in his village to trying to fight corruption? The corrupt people he found in there gang up against him. And that is the nonsense that Seer 1 wants to, that Seer 100 wants to be supporting. That is the nonsense he wants to be supporting. That is the nonsense he wants to be supporting. Bally, I love you and I want you to know. And I'm telling you, Bally, I am one person who tried to fight these people in the system. I tried to say, no, this, no, this. They ganged up against me. And I was branded something else. Bally, open your eyes. Open your eyes, Bally. Open your eyes and see. There is no way, Bally, let me tell you, there is no way a former president can come back and say, I am going back to stand. There is no way. There are people in the system that are telling him to say, sir, you can still come back. There are people telling him that. There are people, there is no mumbwe pakulila. Mumbwe pakulila. Nishpalo kwa shintirire. Mumbwe pakulila. Nishpalo kwa shintirire. Mumbwe pakulila. Nishpalo kwa shintirire. There is no way a whole former president can just wake up and say, I'm going to stand. There is no way. There are people feeding him. There are people within who are telling him, you can still come back. There are people telling him, you can come back. You can come. Where is he getting the confidence from? That's why we are telling you, and everyone that cares for you, Bally, is telling you, clean up. The people that love you, they have made you perceive them to say they don't love you. Some of us, probably people have told you to say, hey, no, Chellah is a bad guy. But you people, us, who fought with Bally, let us stand by him. Let us help him. Let us help him. Because there are people back Kandile who are not helping him there. It's not easy to be in his shoes where he is. So, now Chellah. Kuri siya 100. Iwe siya 100. Iwe siya 100. You have no power over Zambia. You have no power over Zambia. No weapon formed against Zambia shall prosper. No weapon formed against Zambia shall prosper. And you Zambians, because we have a short memory, let me tell you, you people in Zambia, let me tell you, you can't, a woman that was in a marriage for 10 years and is heartbroken, you expect that woman to heal in 1 year. You expect that woman to heal in 1 year. An economy that was destroyed over 7-10 years plus. You expect that economy to be revived in 1 year, in 2 years. A lot of people, even me, I was almost buying into that thing of saying, oh, okay, maybe HH has failed or what. No, HH has not failed. The economy was destroyed. The thieves were plundering. They were stealing money. That's why now, I'll be honest with you. Everyone, no one is playing with money. No one is playing golf with money. No one. This is the first time we have all been humbled. We have been humbled. This one has humbled us. There is no card that is playing with money. Let their golf. No one. The people, that is why we are seeing now, I'm telling you, and I'm being honest here, The people that love a church and tell him the truth, like myself, the ground is not okay. People are not very happy. Those things have to be worked on. And as someone that loves Bally, I tell him and say, no, people, but also Bally, we want to tell you to say, Bally, do not come and remember only after you are out of there. You come and know, oh, I should have listened to Tukutah. Oh, I should have listened to Chakut. Listen to your grassroots. Listen to the grassroots. Listen to the grassroots. Listen to the people that fought for you. Listen to the people that love you. As people who love you, they have turned us as enemies against you. They say we are your enemies. They say we are your enemies. But you don't see the love that the people that really love you will tell you the truth as it is. The people that love you, there is no normal Zambian would want to see Lungu back in this country. There is no normal Zambian that would want, no normal Zambian that saw Mapenzi being shot. Under PF we saw in Samansama, killed in Samansama, bloodshed, cold blood. Those same police officers, I won't speculate much, but the things we are hearing from the suspects of the killers of that gentleman, the same behavior, the ruthless behavior of shooting someone like that, killing someone in cold blood, that spirit will never come back to this country. I am saying this, we are better off. Even if to Chule, we are better off with HH. Until a better opposition comes, maybe an opposition that is more clear and stuff like that. But the current that we have, it is what? It is hunger for power. There's too much hunger for power. If Lungu means well for Zambia, he should endorse someone. I am challenging him to endorse someone. If Lungu loves Zambia, if Lungu's intentions are not selfish intentions, let him endorse someone. From that same Uka, let him endorse someone. If Lungu loves Zambia, let him endorse someone from that Uka. Let us see. Otherwise, if he's going to come as himself and whatever it is, then it's not about Zambia. It's about him and coming back because, one, his people were corrupt. And we can see how ACC, how these things are coming down now to say, okay, the corruption here. How could an intercity, how can a person that was working in intercity acquire so much wealth and build so much property from intercity? There's no way. So, as I tell you, see 100, see 200, stop talking about Zambia. Stop talking about Zambia. Even as you think that Uka can come back, let me tell you that Uka is destroyed. They are already divided. They are already divided. They are already divided. They can't come. Why do you think? Let me tell you. Why is it that I couldn't even associate myself with that Uka? Is because in that same Uka, the moment they will choose a president is when you see their true colors. When they choose a president is when you see their true colors. Those people, when they choose a president, is when you will see. Let me tell you the truth. Chellah had said that there was corruption in Lungu's government. And he left Lungu's government. Today he can go and dine with a corrupt president. Today he can dine with a corrupt man. And you see a 100, you want to bring back that same Lungu. You want to bring that same Lungu. You want, not in this country, not in Zambia. In Zambia, when you're gone, gonest. UNIP wentest. MMD wentest. PF is gonest, wentest. PF, I repeat, UNIP wentest. MMD wentest. PF is wentest, gonest. And PF is not coming back to this country for more bloodshed. We refuse bloodshed in this country. We shall not have bloodshed in this country. We shall not have people having bloodshed in this country over protests. There will be no way youths are going to protest in the bush in this country. Humble yourself and come back to your country. Humble yourself, Tayali. Just come back to your country. HH is a parent. Bally is a father. Bally is a father. Bally is a father. My appeal to Bally, take Chirufya, Tayali, as a son, as a child. Come back. There is no need for you, Tayali, to be out of the country, running like a fugitive. You have a home here in Zambia. Humble yourself. Whoever is using you, they will not sustain you, my brother. Come back, build your family, come and stay here. Bally is a father. Mr. President Hakainde Hichilema, as a father of this country, as the president of this country, my appeal to you, sir, is just let Tayali come back. Let Tayali come back. Let Tayali come back. We all go astray. Everyone could have gone astray. Let Tayali come back. And I can guarantee you, Tayali, wherever you are, if you are watching this video, humble yourself, because you won't run for the rest of your life. Zambia is your home. Zambia is your country. We are your brothers. Do not be misled by that Seer chopped, that Seer 100. Do not be misled. Do not be misled. Do not be misled. Come back. Humble yourself. I know you could be running because of Imilandu. Just humble yourself. Come back. The president of this country has got powers. The president of this country has got powers. Just come back. Just come back. Just come back, brother. Come back. And I am saying to the Zambian people, as you sing Alebwe de Lapo, as you try to sing Alebwe de Lapo, let me tell you the things you want to come back. And let me open your eyes. Do you know that if PF were defaulting debt, they were not paying back the debt? That's why they seemed as if they had money. Now in this current government, they are paying back the debt, sorting out the debt, and trying to sort out, and they've removed subsidies. There is no, let me tell you, yeah, hey, we were see 100. Why haven't you spoken about Tinubu removing fuel subsidies? He was see 100. See 100 has failed to talk about Tinubu's removal of fuel subsidies. Fuel in Nigeria is expensive. Why are you talking about fuel in Zambia? Fuel in Zambia is expensive because there are no fuel subsidies. For how long will Africa be depending on subsidies? For how long will Africans ever be depending on subsidies? Subsidize this, subsidize this. There are no subsidies at the moment because we are paying off our debt. The debt that was left by PF. Lungu had an opportunity at the Uka rally in Kitwe to talk about how he was going to fix the debt. He never spoke about how he was going to fix the debt. Lungu, up to date, has never apologized on the killings of Unsamansama, Mapenzi, Lawrence Banda. A lot of people under Lungu's leadership died under his watch. No investigations were carried. No investigations were carried. People died under Lungu's rule. People died, and that's how they died. It's today we can see that, okay, things are even being investigated. It's now we can see that Honorable Jack Mwimbu, the Minister of Home Affairs, is talking about investigations. There were no investigations in Lungu's government. You die, you die. That University of Zambia student that died, why didn't they talk about it? Today, me, PF, think I can side with them. You, PF, you wanted me to rot in jail. You, PF, you called for me to be recalled, to be fired. Today, you would want me to come and associate with you. I cannot associate with you. I cannot associate with you. I cannot associate with me. Even the UPND that called me ungrateful. You called me ungrateful. There is only me can defend the church with my life. I have defended the church and I can defend the church with my life. You people who are cowards, you fail to defend the church. You fail to defend the church's policies. You are the ones who attack people like me who defend the church and its policies. You PF have no record of fighting corruption. A church has set a record, has set the bar very high on fighting corruption. When PF was in power, someone is being investigated for corruption, they still continued working, reporting for work. Under a church, when you are found with cases of corruption, you are advised to resign. Advised to resign. Because the laws of this country were made in such a way that people who were corrupt were protected. But right now, That is the thing that HH is trying to fight. For the past 3 years, HH has been in government. He's been trying to fight those rules, those laws they put. Because these guys were passing laws in parliament on protecting the corrupt people. How do you expect HH to expedite the process of fighting corruption when the people in those institutions are protected by the law? PF made laws that protected those that were doing corruption. They protected them. They protected those people that were corrupt. They made laws, went to parliament and passed laws that protected the corrupt people. Now, how can HS just wake up and fire a person without following the law? If he doesn't follow the law, you are the ones who be saying HS is not following the law. HS is following the law. He can't just wake up and say, you I have fired you. No, he has to follow the law. He has to follow the law. So you see 100 who feels that you have more power in Zambia. You come and change that law we see. You can't come and change that law we see. Come and that change law we see. That's why to come and reverse the things that we are already moving forward. What does he want? He wants to take us back in reverse again. Akeka la pesa.